Hello everyone, watch this video and see how TV3 panelists lambast prophets of today who prophesied in the name of God, claiming God said, but when it doesn't come to pass, then there is no accountability. A special case of that was the failed prophecies that surrounded the 2026 NPP presidential primaries, with Bawumia winning and Kennedy Agyapong losing. In fact, the panel condemns the spread of fake political prophecies and questions the role of such predictions in Ghana's democracy. Watch the video.
Okay. Mr. Bento, last week you had indicated it's not only the researchers or the other pollsters that failed, the prophecies as well. You said something last week about God not being interested in what happens in election outcomes.
In a fair contest, take a football match. There are Christians on both sides. In a political contest like this, there are Christians. Everybody's praying. Yes. Why should God take a side? Okay, God has made the universe and set things in motion. Okay, and if you do the right thing, you know, or you reap what you sow.
True.
This whole idea, and I say this because it's important, and some of these false prophets, and I emphasize false, suggest that they can do some things and make a certain outcome happen.
True.
It's a lie from the pit of hell. And people should discard them, and when you hear those people, just rubbish them, because they are a noise in our ears. Okay, so I mean, I've said consistently, if we didn't have posters, look, if Dr. Evans Dia was the only person doing this, and he ended up failing this abysmally, and he wrote all this plenty English, we will say, yes, maybe something has happened. Thank God Musa Dankwa exists. All right, and like I said, we did some polls in the past, and we happen to have found the truth. Some of it will not be palatable to you, but if you are, you have fidelity to the science, you put your emotions aside, and then you let the science speak. Going forward, that is what we have to do. If somebody can do it and do it right, then anybody who didn't do it right should not blame anything else. You simply didn't get it right. And as for this thing about the prophets and all those things, look, we are kind of, I won't even say religious society. Okay, we are superstitious. We tend to believe that there are some other forces beyond what our efforts can give us, and we want to resort to them. We all go to church, but we tend to overdo it, and that's what gives some of these people some of these spaces to infiltrate and really basically disturb us. All right, I mean, if you see the number of prophecies, and now people are talking about death and all kinds of things. I have seen some; they are totally despicable, and I'm staying on this thing because look, IGP Dampare stamped this thing down. My brother, if somebody comes to tell you that I'm a prophet and I've prophesied 3 times and it comes to pass, and I think you are going to die tomorrow, whoever you are, even if you don't believe in God, it will have an effect on you. It will change something about you. It's a disturbance. And any nation that allows too many of these noisemakers to keep going around and disturbing us is not going to prosper. And look at the level to which it's gotten to. And I'm telling you, it was serious. It was serious. True. Okay, True. Some of the people who prophesied were taken very seriously. So I think it's time, without knocking the religious group and without whatever it is, let's have a certain handle on what we are calling these prophecies, etc. And when it comes to some of this, let us know that God is not partial. God rewards effort. Okay, and even though God has a hand in the affairs of men, one man of God said that God does not choose leaders in Africa.
He does
not choose leaders in Africa.
Oh,
if God were the chooser of leaders in Africa, then he would have done a very poor job. Because African leaders have been in the past 100 years terrible, abysmal. They have been terrible leaders. If God were choosing Idi Amin and all the dictators that we have seen, then he's such a terrible person to be choosing these leaders for us. So we need to clear our minds of these things. All right? If we organize ourselves well, okay, we will see the effects that we need to see. Listen, people who talk about God, Germany, all right, Germany, they took Jews, the people of God, killed at least 6 million of them, all right, turned around, said sorry, proceeded to work hard, do the right things. Today, look at where they are. They are leading Europe. Okay, I can give you many examples of situations which, if we were going to deal with God coming down to do things, you won't see it. Germany, the one who, when we talk about ancestral curses and all the things and God doing this, the people who killed 6 million Jews, okay, they are a developed nation thriving. They are one of the best countries in the whole world.
Yeah.
All right. So look, we need to tamp down on the noise making coming from the religious sector and listen more to people like Bosa Dankwa.
Fidelity to the science, less of emotions.
Yes.
Kpebu.
And there is a science. Do it right. Less emotions.
I see. Now, on that same path, just quickly on this.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly.
Kofi has a great point to make about this religious thing. You know, every corner you turn, somebody is a pastor. You're like, but why are we not rather making more farms? Every corner you turn, somebody is a pastor. The person wants to pray for you. I'm like, but pray for yourself first. Better your lot before you seek to pray for others. Unemployed, it looks like it's an escape route out of unemployment for a lot of them.
Really?
And a lot of them are
pastoral ministry.
Yes,
an
a
escape
lot of
route
them.
to unemployment.
Yes, the mushroom churches. Oh, it provides.
But you were
employment.
not there when God called them.
But your body is the temple of God.
Yeah.
You are the temple of God. Musa Dakwa is temple. I'm temple of God. Your body is the temple of God. How many more do we need, right? We've had the Orthodox churches. They helped in molding us all this while. They have the numbers. But, you know, I could feel say, there is that thing. You see, I think unemployment is a huge push factor for this pastors. So it pushes a lot of people into their arms because people are desperate. People are, you know, they need a message of hope, a message, you know, to keep them alive. So once you start preaching that you will find a job tomorrow, you will have a baby next year by this time, etc., then it draws people, right? So I think it's the social situation.
Right.
It's the social situation. So you look at it, you look at even theories of social change. This is one of the factors that's pushing the churches up. So I believe that the government should take a firm stand on it. In Rwanda, for instance, they say you can't be a pastor without a proper degree in theology. Yeah, and they've clamped down a lot on them because, to be honest, a lot of them you just see that this is just preying on human beings. It's not proper pastoral work, etc. No. It's just so many of them, they are in the Orthodox churches and then they break away to go and create churches. Then after 30 years, then they themselves, they are collapsing. That's why when we were young, they used to tell us, you hear parents saying, I'm not attending a church I'm older than. You hear parents say, I'm not attending a church. You see, and as you grow, then you see that there's wisdom in it.
True.
Some started, they were bastardizing the Catholic Church. Today, they are in cassocks like bishops. Then you're like, but 30 years ago, you said the Catholic cassock and this were not biblical. Today, they are wearing more cassocks than even the Catholics. They are more bishops than even the Pope, etc. Right? So this religious thing, Charlie, it's a real constraining factor in the way we develop. Look, you even wake up at dawn when we should be discussing proper ideas to develop. People are praying and praying and praying and praying and not doing commensurate work.
You're not taking out the real importance of prayer as well. I don't think that's
No. I'm a prayerful person, but what I'm saying that there's a disconnect. It's disproportionate. Look, Sunday, immediately after this, from 9 a.m. to 12, you tune in a lot of the radios. It's all prayers. After 12, it's all. I'm like, but this, you don't use much of the energy to come and force to make the governance system better. Somebody said something profound. That look, if we had just simply stopped stealing in Ghana, there will be a lot to go around. The resources will go around a lot. Simple. We have a problem. We are basically people in charge are stealing. That is the problem. You don't want to come onto the street to help fix that problem. You are praying. How is God going to come down? Then God will come down when you fill the streets to complain that, look, you are stealing no matter what. We can't say that we must catch you red-handed before, but we can see that like 52.5 billion vanished from GCB account. Since December 2020, the Auditor General said, Ekwiyamwa Esiedu said he will come out with a report. This is a self-fear. He has not done it, and he's drawing a salary. And then instead of you to come out and demonstrate against Johnson Ekwiyamwa Esiedu, you are busy praying. What kind of logic is that? How is God going to come down and do anything about that?
He works in
the problem is that we are stealing. We are just stealing.
Okay.
So if you want to fix unemployment, etc., let's talk about fixing the stealing that we are stealing both in the private sector and the public sector.
Thank you very much for
yes.
this.